Before we begin, do you love your planet? Are you willing to fight for a better tomorrow? In this speech, we have the goal of persuading people into changing their views on the transition of fossil fuels to green energy. Current energy generation, primarily by fossil fuels, is the single biggest contributor to climate change, responsible for 30% of all greenhouse gas emissions. Since the fossil fuel industry became the leading producer of our energy, billions of tons of CO2 have been released into the atmosphere. Also, the sustainability of these use of fossil fuels is proving not to be very good. Multiple sources estimate that our oil reserves will last only another 60 to 90 years. We must abandon fossil fuels as our lead producer in energy and transition to green energy, which is more sustainable and contaminates far less the environment.
Uh, there are more promising producers currently pitched like fusion power, which generates electricity using the heat from nuclear fission reactions. Fusion power once was considered impossible, but recent breakthroughs have proved that this is false and we are closer to harnessing this energy. A laboratory in California in December of last year was able to replicate the power of the sun for only 20 billionths of a second, but progress is being made. Fusion power is becoming an attractive investment. Private investment in fusion technologies tripled in 2021, with dozens of startups trying to tackle fusion's infinite challenges in novel ways. There aren't enough grains of sand to represent the opportunities in this industry.
Not only is the transition to cleaner energies becoming attractive to investors, it also guarantees security. The security offered by green energies means that a lot of problems that we have with oil will be eliminated. Not only are green energies safer to handle and produce, they also will end all wars for oil and shortages will be far less for consumers. When it comes to oil refineries, if production is halted, an accident or some other event occurs, the whole world can be affected. Green energies can be produced almost anywhere with the right infrastructure, meaning countries and consumers will have less shortages and workers will have safer jobs to be exposed to cleaner substances. Oil has been one of the main causes for wars and other political conflicts in the last decades. As mentioned before, the transition to clean energy means that countries can now produce for themselves and there will be no need for violence anymore.
The two previous reasons are great, but the final reason is the most important one of them all. The sustainability offered by green energy is the strongest reason why we need to implement this now. They are limitless, they will never end, they won't run out anytime soon. Since the energy is produced by natural phenomena like wind, water, sunlight, we know that these natural phenomena are consistently replenished since the millions of years they have existed. It protects our ecosystems from more harm than we already exposed it to. Just 1 liter of oil can contaminate 1 million liters of water. Green energy heavily reduces the environmental emissions to almost zero.
There are some people who believe that climatic change is not a serious problem. Currently, we have already made the global temperatures increase by 1 degree Celsius. If we continue at this pace, by the year 2030, we will make irreversible changes to the planet. Some people do not believe that green energy is more beneficial. As we spoke of before, though, economic and political conflicts will be largely resolved due to the lack of dependence of each country. Also, in the long term, we will save our planet and become more economically efficient.
Transitioning to green energies will guarantee our future generations an opportunity to live an amazing life of stress-free of environmental problems. Many issues worldwide would cease to exist, and we will live a less stressful life and a better world. No need for any more wars or major economic problems related to this topic. Together we can do anything. Simply, we must act now and become a important part of change today. Thank you.